Yo, today I will be doing something I've never did, surprisingly, which really isn't too surprising because it's not like I'm a Chipotle bag yet. But I've never done this before. I have a decent amount of tattoos. Why not give y'all a tattoo tour and what they mean? Because why not? I'm making this video to not only showcase those two things, but to also make it a memory, because I'm gonna for sure get more tattoos further down the line, and I want to see the progress from now to then. And I'm gonna also tell you how bad they hurt it or not. If you're planning on getting a tattoo, want to get a tattoo, thinking about getting a tattoo, but know what you want to get for your tattoo, this video will be for you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I have a total of 5 tattoos. Let's start off with my smallest ones. Stranger Things is my favorite show all time, and I got both of them on my birthday, given the fact they're actually my birthday numbers. My left wrist is 001, which stands for January 1st, and this is also, if you don't know, Henry numbers, aka Vecna, if you know, you know. And then on my other wrist, we have 025, which stands for the 25th of January. Those were actually the first tattoos that I ever got as well. The wrist is for sure one of the most scariest parts on your body to get a tattoo, given the fact that all of your veins are right there. But I'm gonna be so honest, it was probably my least painful tattoo, bro. It's just small numbers on my wrist. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Now I feel like if I would have got something way bigger, probably would have been a lot more painful, but they were worth getting for sure. Now I feel like whenever I dap somebody up or like wave, they see the tattoos immediately, which is a good sign to know. And it's also some low-key tats, and if somebody watched Stranger Things, they gonna already get it like, damn, this why, okay, you know ball. 001 January, 025 25th, got them on my birthday, favorite show. It just all connects as one. Let's move on to tattoo number 2. We're gonna get to these two last, trust me. I know y'all probably like, yo,
The tattoos are right there, yo.
it's an undercover tattoo. Y'all can't see it at the moment. Let's reveal. Now I'm gonna be honest, this tattoo was low-key on some impulsive shit, but at the same time, it was more so like a commitment thing rather than anything else. If you don't know, my community name is the Vets. Soldier, vet, helmets, military, green, all of that correlating as one. Why not get a tattoo for it? I want to start my patchwork journey. After I got them wrist tattoos, I'm like, yeah, it's time to get something that's a little bit more meaningful, and I ended up getting these. Now, I didn't just get this on some impulsive Pinterest shit, yo, I'm about to just get this because I like this, a random helmet. I ended up having one of my friends draw out a picture. Now, if we get into detail, it's obviously the helmet factor, as so all around, and then bullets right there. Number 1 vet, that's what that is. It has this cat in there, random as shit. I'm gonna be honest, bro, it was supposed to be a different variation of a cat, but I'm like, yo, it doesn't look bad. I'm gonna just keep it in there just so y'all can see it a little better. My tattoo artist put 25 in there for my birthday. I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes wake up and I regret this shit, but at this point I feel like it's more so just a commitment thing rather than it being the most fanciest tattoo of all time. Well, some people would be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen, sometimes am I coping? Possibly, but at the same time I'm really not, because it was a form of commitment. It is what it is. At this point, like I said, it is what it is, bruh. It is what it is. I believe it has its good days and its bad days. That's one thing I will say about tattoos though, bro. Make sure it's something that is like, yo, you're sure upon, you really want to get it, because you can like a tattoo, but then over time you start noticing little shit like, yo, I could have got this better, this could have been stenciled a little bit better, they forgot to add a certain type of shade in it, like little stuff like that you may not realize at first glance, but once you start to like, yo, hold on, this is not, you know, you start to put pieces together. But it's not a bad tattoo, bro. I don't blame the artist. It's just me being so lenient and being like, yo, fuck it, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like that shouldn't be the case, because this shit is permanent on your body. It's a tattoo. I made the decision, gotta live with it. I don't know why I made it sound like this shit was like a punishment or a ritual, and I was forced to get this shit, yo. Also forgot to mention my shoulder tattoo didn't really hurt as much. If I had to give it a pain scale, 5, 6 out of 10. The shading was probably the hardest part to deal with. Now a lot of y'all might look at me crazy, but I got these 2 tattoos in the same sitting. I've gotten accustomed to the pain, I'm not gonna lie, so the pain don't really faze me no more. But let's start off with this one. By the way, I had my friend, shout out Dom, he drew both of these up for me. I really got this tattoo because I started working out. I needed something furious on my body, specifically on the bicep. He snapped with the drawing. Placement, artist did great. The shading inside, the darkening, the all black. Like, I'm gonna be honest, with tattoos, I feel like shading really really brings it all together. Tattoos be looking good when it's stenciled out and drawn out, but you notice a major difference when something is shaded in comparison to it not being shaded in at all. But again, I literally got this because I started working out and I noticed I was starting to get bigger, and I'm like, yo, why not get a tattoo that's fierce on my bicep? And this is another good minor detail right here. The tongue, it's a V. My nickname is Vaughn. Minor cool details, if you know, you know. This tattoo didn't really hurt. It was a lot of detail that went into it, but again, the only part that really hurt it was the shading. And you can see it's a lot of shading given the fact that it's a lot of dark spots, black inked out spots. And it's kind of common sense. The reason why the shading hurts so much is because it's like the needle, the pen is just scratching intensely inside of your skin. It's not like it's just a small, yo, line. No, this shit is like, ah. It makes sense as to why shading hurts in comparison to just a regular outline or something like that. This is probably my favorite tattoo that I have. I don't regret getting it at all. I wanted something correlated to this, but I obviously didn't want to copy it verbatim. So I'm like, let me get this picture. I got like 2 more pictures, and I told my boy Dom to just like combine them together, and this is what he came up with. There is no specific name or character to what this is. This is literally like some new shit. I could make this into my own anime and make this into a character. That's how one-on-one this shit is. But it does remind me of an anime, like some evil Death Note type shit. If y'all have ever seen The Ring with the girl coming out the TV and it's like her hair covering her face, that's what this remind me of overall. The shading, the faded all black in, that's the most important part about this tattoo. The shading, the outline, you know, the lips, the chin, all that's really nothing. The most best favorited part to me is the shading. The all black hair covering the face, that's the most impactful detail. And then everything else is just a cherry on top. I don't regret it at all. We could have went in a little bit more, but I think that was initially a part of the design though. But I will be honest, at first when I got the tattoo done and it was hood and stuff like that, I was questioning why this part wasn't fully shaded in. But over time, I think I realized why my tattoo artist did that, and I low-key like it a little bit more in comparison to having it all blacked out. To me, it adds a different textural detail. Of course, we could have went all black around the hair, filling the entire thing in, but to me, it opens up for more detail, and it's not like my entire skin is just faded out in black, which can go hand in hand. Should I have faded all the way in? Should I have not? It's a mixed opinion of mine, but I feel like either or will look good, so I'm happy with what I got here. Now, that indeed was my last tattoo to be shown. Again, I only have 5, but I do plan on getting more in the future. If y'all haven't realized by now or noticed, I get a new tattoo on every one of my birthdays. All of these tattoos that I've gotten has been on my birthday. This year I got these 2 on my birthday. Last year, I think I got the shoulder one. The birthday before I got this one, I got the numbers. So for the past 3 years, I've gotten a new tattoo. That's kind of like my ritual. I think I'm gonna keep that an ongoing thing because it gives me enough time to be like, yo, I want this as a tattoo. I can save up for it, do what I gotta do, whatever the case may be. Or if I have someone draw the tattoo for me, that gives them enough time to do that as well. I'm one of those type of people where I'm not too big on meaning when it comes to tattoos, but I want it to mean at least something. I'm not too big on just getting the random shit and hopping on Pinterest, seeing the first thing I see, and like being like, yo, fuck it, let's get this. Like, nah. It at least has to have some meaning to me. Some form of meaning. If it look hard, cool, but a slight bit of meaning. My most painful tattoo though, if I haven't said it already, it's probably gonna be this one. Again, it's really just because of the shading. All of this right here, all of the black, just needle in the arm. But I will say though, tattoos made me firmly believe that beauty comes with pain, which is facts itself. You have to go through the pain to get the beauty. And once the tattoo is healed, it looks beautiful. I for sure want to continue down on the patchwork side. I'm not really a big fan of the one sleeve tattoos, of like having all my tattoos connect as one, especially if it's like one big ass piece, because now it's like, yo, I'm looking at the same thing every single day. You can't just remove a tattoo, so now it's like that's just stuck there and that's all there is to it, taking up hella space when I could have put one tattoo right there, another tattoo by it, and so forth and so on. For sure, expect another one of these videos in the future whenever I'm more tatted up. Let me know what your favorite tattoo is. Again, shout out to my tattoo artists, my boy Tom and Dom. I didn't mention Tom, he did this tattoo for me as well. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the community, the vets. If you're returning, welcome back. I do have this saying, y'all keep grinding for me, I'm keep grinding for y'all. Your boy Vaughn is out, man. Peace.